All right, get ready, folks, because today we're taking a deep dive into the world of ByteDance.
ByteDance, huh?
You know, the company behind TikTok.
Ah, TikTok. Yeah, I know it. My kids are obsessed. But honestly, I don't really get it. It's just a bunch of silly videos, right?
Well, it might seem that way on the surface, but there's a lot more to this company than meets the eye. We're talking serious money, massive global influence, and a whole lot of controversy.
Oh, really? Controversy, huh? I'm intrigued.
Trust me, it's a wild story. So to understand ByteDance, we have to start with its founder, Zhang Yiming.
Okay, set the stage for us.
Picture this. Beijing, 2012. Zhang Yiming is this brilliant software engineer who's fresh off a couple of failed startups.
Happens to the best of us.
He'd worked at big companies like Microsoft, but it was his time at this travel booking platform called Cookson that really sparked the idea for ByteDance.
Cook soon. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal in China. Anyway, Zhang Yiming was constantly frustrated with having to refresh the app over and over just to snag those train tickets.
Ugh, I hate it when apps do that.
So, being the resourceful engineer that he is, he wrote some code to get SMS alerts whenever tickets became available.
So that's how it all started. With train ticket frustration.
Exactly. That simple act of problem solving was the seed that eventually grew into the ByteDance empire.
Wow, that's incredible.
Armed with this idea of personalized information delivery, he launched ByteDance, and his first big project was a meme-sharing app called Nihan Duanzi.
Nihon Dewanzi, what's that? Some kind of Chinese Twitter?
Kind of, but more like a Chinese version of 9gag, full of jokes and funny videos.
Ah, okay. I can see the appeal.
It gained a massive following pretty quickly, but then, plot twist, it got shut down by the Chinese government.
Wait, what? Why?
Let's just say they were pushing the boundaries of acceptable content.
Ah, right. China's internet is pretty tightly controlled, isn't it?
You got it. That's something any investor needs to be aware of when it comes to Chinese tech companies. But you know what they say? When one door closes, another one opens. And that's exactly what happened with Zhang Yiming. He didn't let this setback stop him. He just pivoted to his next big idea.
And what was that?
Tu Chao.
Tu Chao. What does that even mean?
It translates to headlines. It was a news aggregator app, but not your average one. This one was powered by AI, personalizing the news feed for each individual user.
Hold on. So it's like a news app that knows what you want to read before you even know it.
You got it. It was a game changer. Tu Chao absolutely exploded in popularity, reaching hundreds of millions of users in China.
So this is where things really started taking off for ByteDance.
You could say that. It was clear that Zhang Yiming had tapped into something powerful, the ability to deliver highly engaging, personalized content.
So how did we get from a Chinese news app to, teenagers doing dance challenges in their living rooms?
Well, that brings us to the app that truly put ByteDance on the global map, TikTok.
Ah, yes, TikTok, the app my kids can't seem to put down. So how did it become such a global phenomenon?
It launched internationally in 2017 and just took the world by storm. Short-form videos, addictive features like the For You page, and that incredibly clever algorithm. It was the perfect recipe for viral success.
So it's all about the algorithm, huh?
Pretty much. That's what keeps users hooked. It figures out what you like, what you engage with, and then feeds you a never-ending stream of content tailored just for you.
Sounds a little bit creepy, to be honest. Like, how much does this algorithm really know about us?
Yeah, that's the thing. While this algorithm has brought ByteDance incredible success, it's also become a source of major controversy, especially when it comes to data privacy.
Data privacy, that's what I was thinking.
We're talking concerns over how this data is being used, who has access to it, and whether it's being shared with the Chinese government. This is where things start to get a little murky. And it's why ByteDance has found itself in the crosshairs of regulators worldwide.
Wow. Okay, so we've got this incredibly successful company with a potentially controversial algorithm at its core. I'm definitely seeing the controversy part you mentioned earlier.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
So where were we? Oh, yeah, TikTok and all those data privacy concerns. Governments are getting pretty worried, right?
Yeah, it's become a major headache for ByteDance. I mean, some countries are even threatening to ban the app altogether.
Seriously, ban it. Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, the U.S. government actually came pretty close to banning it back in 2020.
Really? I vaguely remember that, but what was that all about?
Well, the concern was that ByteDance could be forced to share user data with the Chinese government.
Ah, I see. So it was like a national security thing.
Exactly. And it caused a huge uproar. ByteDance was scrambling to negotiate deals with American companies, like Oracle and Walmart even.
Wow, so they were really trying to avoid getting banned.
Big time. They even launched this initiative called Project Texas to try and appease the U.S. government.
Project Texas, huh? Sounds mysterious. What's that all about?
Well, it's basically their attempt to safeguard U.S. user data by keeping it within U.S. borders, like building a digital wall around it so no one outside the country can access it.
So like a data fortress.
You got it. But let's be honest, data controversies aside, ByteDance is still a business, and a pretty successful one at that.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're making bank. But how exactly does TikTok make money?
Well, there are three main ways: advertising, in-app purchases, and commissions from TikTok shops.
Okay, break it down for me.
First up, advertising. You know those sponsored videos that pop up on your For You page?
Oh yeah, those, I always skip past them.
Well, those ads are a goldmine for TikTok. Their algorithm is so good at targeting that they can basically guarantee that your ad is reaching the right audience.
I guess that makes sense. If they know so much about their users, they can match them with the perfect ads.
Exactly. Then there are those in-app purchases, which are huge with the whole live streaming thing. People can buy virtual gifts for their favorite creators, like digital stickers and emojis, and TikTok gets a cut of that.
Oh yeah, I've seen my kids watching those live streams, people just throwing money at these creators.
It's a whole new world. And finally, there's TikTok shops. This is their big push into e-commerce.
TikTok shops. So like, I can buy stuff directly through TikTok now.
Yep. Creators and businesses can sell their products right on the platform, see something you like in a video, bam, you can buy it with a few taps.
Wow, that's pretty convenient.
It is. And it shows that ByteDance isn't content with just being a social media company. They're branching out into all sorts of new areas.
They're ambitious, that's for sure. But what else are they getting into besides shopping?
Well, they're investing heavily in gaming, dipping their toes into education tech, and even exploring things like AI-driven drug discovery.
Wait, hold on. Did you say AI-driven drug discovery? Like they're trying to create new medicines using AI?
That's right. They're putting together teams of scientists and giving them the resources to do some seriously cutting-edge research.
Wow, that's incredible. So they're not just a social media company, they're like a tech conglomerate in the making.
It's pretty hazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But let's not forget all those challenges they're facing.
Right, the data privacy concerns, the regulatory battles, the fierce competition in the tech world. That's a lot to handle.
It is. And it makes you wonder, with all this going on, is ByteDance ultimately a risky bet for investors or a potential gold mine?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? You know, one thing that makes ByteDance really unique is that they're still a private company.
Right. They haven't gone public yet, so you can't just buy their stock like you can with other tech giants.
Exactly. But there have been rumors, whispers of a potential IPO, an initial public offering.
IPO. That's when a company basically lets anyone buy a piece of it, right?
Yeah, that's the gist of it. It's like they're opening up their company to the world, letting anyone become a shareholder.
So if ByteDance goes public, could I, just buy some of their stock through my brokerage account?
Potentially. And it's expected to be huge, one of the biggest IPOs in history, maybe even bigger than Facebook's.
Wow, that's saying something. But hold on, it's all speculation right now, yeah.
Yeah, for now it's just talk. No one knows for sure if or when they'll actually go public. ByteDance is pretty good at keeping things close to the vest.
They definitely like to keep us guessing. But even without an IPO, they're a company worth keeping an eye on.
Absolutely. They're pushing the boundaries in so many areas, from social media with TikTok to e-commerce, AI, and even that mind-blowing AI drug discovery stuff we talked about.
It's almost overwhelming how much they've got going on.
I know. And that brings us back to the big question for investors. Is ByteDance a risky bet or a potential gold mine?
I mean, they have massive potential, but there are also those data privacy concerns and regulatory battles like we talked about.
It's a tough call. High risk, high reward, as they say. What do you think?
Well, to be honest, I'm still on the fence. It's a fascinating company, but I'd want to see how those data privacy issues play out before investing my own money. What about you?
I'm in the same boat. I think it's important to watch how things unfold with the government and those regulatory challenges. But there's no denying ByteDance is a force to be reckoned with.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners, those beginner investors who are just starting to learn about all this?
I think the big takeaway is that investing is all about balancing risk and reward. ByteDance is this exciting, fast-growing company with a ton of potential, but they also come with baggage.
Right. It's important to do your research, understand the risks, and be prepared for the unexpected. Especially in the tech world, things can change so quickly.
Absolutely. And never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's rule number one, no matter what company you're looking at.
Wise words. Well, that's about it for our deep dive into ByteDance. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have. From meme sharing apps to AI drug discovery, it's been quite a journey.
I hope you enjoyed this deep dive, folks. And remember, the world of tech is constantly evolving, so stay curious and keep learning. Until next time.